Okay. Okay, I'll call the East Cocalico Township Supervisor meeting for Thursday, December 3rd to order. We please follow by pledging allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. This meeting was advertised in Lancaster paper on December 1st. And I'd like to welcome everybody to our Zoom meeting because of the COVID incident. We had an executive session Wednesday, December 2nd for contractual and personal matters. We made a motion back in June amending Article Number 1 of the East Cocalico Township Police Officers Association side letter agreement pertaining to buyback of vacation time that was signed and executed then in June 16, 2020. Because of the COVID thing and the loss of we're down a police officer, we want to amend that agreement. The parties agreed that the police officers may elect for the township to buy back his or her unused vacation and or personal time occurred in 2020. All 2020 vacation and or personal time eligible to buy back by the township must be done in 1 week's increments with a minimum of 40 hours and a maximum of 80 hours. What we did was we added personal time to make it more equitable for some of the officers. Also, this saves the township a great amount of money for not paying for overtime.
Welcome to Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by pound.
Okay. So I guess I'll make that motion that will amend that to include personal time. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
Hey, Alan, I'm sorry, can I just add something real quick? Just for everyone, it's easier if you're not speaking at the time, please make sure your microphone is mute. Makes things a little bit easier. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Okay, we also discussed a motion to approve a buyback or rollover of 2020 vacations and or personal time for all non-uniform employees up to the maximum of 80 hours eligible. The buyback time will be paid out in 1 week increments with a maximum of 40 hours per pay period. Offer to buyback unused time will expire with the last day paid period in 2020. Any time rolled over, vacation rolled over to 2021 and not used in 2021 will expire and be brought to a zero balance December 31st, 2021. That's a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. Okay, we have a visitor, East Cocalico swim team president, Dawn Orgara. Did I say it right? Dawn? Turn your mic on, please.
No, yeah.
There you go. You're on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody hearing any background noise? Yes.
It's the echo off the speaker, Dawn.
Okay. How about now?
Still there in the background.
A little bit.
For some reason, I can't get my volume on my laptop.
Okay.
Let me go to another room, okay?
I think it's workable. What do you think?
It's workable where you are.
It's good now. It's okay now.
It's
Yeah.
not bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me know if you have any more problems. I'm sorry about that.
No worries.
So I just wanted to quickly address the elephant in the room here. I know that there was a meeting last month and there were some comments that were said, and Alan reached out to me, and I think we had a very good, productive conversation. Apparently that there were some things that had happened in the past on both sides, and we have made the decision to move forward, transparency, make sure that we're respecting each other's organizations, and let anything that happened in the past stay there.
Okay.
So I think I'll just pause there. Does anybody have any questions for myself or Alan at this point?
Don't think so. Not with me.
Okay. We wanted to address the rental agreement as well as the contract proposal with the Ephrata Rec Center. We are getting ready for our summer 2021 season. The Lancaster County Swim League is moving forward at this time, so we want to make sure we're in alignment with them. We just wanted to know some of the details about the proposal and how they could potentially affect us, and what's the status of that proposal and contract.
We haven't signed the contract yet. I think roughly your 2018, what you paid to the township in 2018, roughly is in the ballpark of what the lifeguard would be from Ephrata Rec if we do that proposal.
Okay, and that would be due from us. And what would that entail? What would that cover in the contract?
That would cover all your practices.
And what about meets?
Well, the meets are all taken care of by the township.
Has that been
That's been
the case in the future, or in the past?
Past, yeah. It was always in the past that way, yeah.
Okay, because I have a summary here, and I do not believe that that is what I have.
I think the summary we got from Ephrata, didn't that, Penny?
I'm reading over the contract right now. Service providers shall provide a lifeguard for all East Cocalico team swim meets with the cost included in our per diem.
Yep. So the only thing, maybe the one guard in the morning for your practice would be it.
Correct.
Okay, because I have an hourly breakdown here, and that is, the meets are included in the hourly breakdown.
No, they wouldn't be. With this contract, they wouldn't be.
Okay.
Okay.
Will we be able to see the breakdown of that agreement?
Yeah.
Okay, when do you think you'll have that signed by?
Well, we don't have a decision whether we're going to sign that yet or not, Dawn.
Yeah.
Because because the position I'm in right now is we've got what we think might be an agreement from them. We don't have a final contract from them in terms of what that looks like.
Okay.
Okay,
So the only thing that covers is the morning practices.
That's all you, yeah.
And there's no other terms to that agreement that we need to be made aware of?
But no, not really. And then we have an agreement with you to use the pool, which includes you have to have insurance and stuff like normal, but that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Will we be able to see a copy of that at some point in the future?
Yes, probably after the new year. If that's okay.
Yep, absolutely. If we need to address any financial information, we could do that at that time then.
Yeah, yeah. I like it. I like if your board and Penny would meet. We could meet together somehow, maybe like a Zoom meeting in January, because the way this
Absolutely.
COVID's going.
We have a meeting already set up, I think, for the 10th of January, although it might be the 6th. I can't remember.
Okay, we can try to have something before that.
Okay.
Okay,
But
Penny.
your swim team has the meeting set up.
We do, yes.
Okay.
So I'll make sure to double check the date and get back to you.
Yep, get back to me and we'll try to get together before that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So when you have your meeting, you're all prepared. Okay.
Okay. And in terms of the rental agreement that we have with you, are you proposing any change, or should we wait at that time to make any discussions about that?
We could reevaluate it at that time.
Okay.
We could send you a draft ahead of time. Right,
Will
Penny?
the draft be
Yeah,
any
because
different
the
than the
board needs
contracts
to
that we signed in the last 2 or 3
discuss all of
years?
this, and you haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
So we cannot give her any concrete answers at this point in
Yeah,
time
we can
because the
give it-
board has not
we can
made
give you
any
a draft.
decisions or discussed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So then we will make sure to invite you to our January meeting, and we can get started from there.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Tara, do you have anything else that you might want to add?
No, I think I'm good. Well, I can propose my questions and whatever at the January meeting.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you,
very
ladies.
much, everybody. I really appreciate your time.
No, I appreciate your time too.
Yeah, Dawn, just in full transparency here, we don't have a contract from Ephrata right now. What we have
Mhm.
is clearly is a sample. Basically, we have a copy of Denver's contract. They haven't provided it yet. Okay.
Okay.
So Penny's absolutely correct that we need to discuss this because I even have questions of what that contract is going to look like. What does the final product look like? What are the terms and conditions? Because I am not going to make a decision for us, for you, based on a contract that's been shown us from another municipality. We need
Excuse me, RC. We do have a service agreement was turned in by Ephrata Rec with our name on it. It is in your packet, which you received late today. You might not have had a chance to review that yet.
When did that? Yeah. When did that come in?
In your packet today. So
Okay.
there is a service agreement in there. So
Okay. That'll be the first time we see it then.
Mhm.
So will you be discussing that agreement later on today?
it is on the agenda. I don't believe the board will make any decisions on it because of the late arrival on it. And there's still some information that I would like to receive from Ephrata Recreation Center. One of our other residents had some questions about their program safety and their incident reports, and I'm still waiting on those to come in as well. So
Okay.
I doubt the board will be making any kind of decision on that.
Thank you very much for that info. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You.
Thank you. Okay, next, past meeting minutes, Wednesday, November 25th, Board of Supervisor meeting. Any additions or corrections to those minutes? Okay, I want to do one correction right off the bat. It was Wednesday, November 25th, not Thursday.
Yeah.
Lisa, we'll need you to correct that in the minutes. Correct the motion.
I saw that as
That's
well.
written.
No, we didn't have the meeting on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So the motion be approved if I don't have any additions or corrections. Any additions or corrections?
5 Thursdays. I have no other changes, Alan.
Okay, RC?
No.
Okay. Motion to approve the Wednesday, November 25th, 2020 Board of Supervisor meeting minutes as presented. I'll make that motion.
I'll second it, Alan.
Any comments or questions?
Yeah, question for over here. They would like to know how you find a copy of the minutes so that they can review them. Are they available online?
They should have been online.
They're saying they're not at this point in time. Can you direct them where
Sorry.
to? Is there a
Minutes are
specific spot?
posted after approval. Lisa just tested.
Okay.
Minutes are posted after approval.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Okay, any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. Okay, land planning.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, the engineer only had one item on his report, so he asked that I give it this report for him. It's for 561 South Muddy Creek Road, otherwise known as Pet Food Experts. They are asking for a full financial security release. The township did notify Becker Engineering that they had inspected that site in the morning and confirmed that all the previous dead trees and shrubs had been replaced, and the site landscaping was compliant with the approved plan. Likewise, so was their stormwater facilities. So they are requesting a full release of financial security. So that motion, should you choose, would be to authorize the full release of the current financial security being held by the township for the preliminary and final land development plan and lot add-on plan for 561 South Muddy Creek Road, also known as Pet Food Experts, in the amount of $5,000.
I don't think anybody's here representing that.
No.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
I'll second that, Alan.
Okay. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. Okay. Department reports. Chief,
Good evening.
good evening.
I don't have a whole lot tonight. I have my normal report of the second meeting.
Mhm.
But I'll just reiterate the body cams and the in-car cameras are working. Each officer has been trained, and we are probably going to put out a press release, I would say the early next week. That'll be on our Crime Watch page. So everyone seems to be responding very well to them. I reviewed some of the video today and was categorizing certain things and doing certain things, and everybody seems to be doing very well with that. So I'm very pleased with how that is going. We are trying to organize some of the toys that are coming in for the toy drive, which is ongoing. I know the posters are up around town and the various places that people can bring toys for the Cold Troop toy drive. And as always, they can bring them to the station if necessary. And the new hire process is in full swing. Today I scheduled the psychological exams that are required by MOPEC, which is the state agency that governs us, and the polygraph exams have been set. So we are moving forward. Hopefully I will have some names by the next meeting. So that's basically all I have. We're busy, but things are going well.
You look nicely shaved today.
Yes, no more beard.
Any questions of the chief? Okay, thank you, chief.
Thank you.
Zoning officer, Tony. Do we lose him?
I think we lost him.
Oh.
So we'll circle back around.
Okay. Roadmaster, he's not in, is he?
He is not, neither is the financial. They'll both give their full reports at the next meeting.
Okay. We don't have any list of bills for tonight's meeting. That'll be on to the next meeting. MS4.
Alan, I think Chad has his hand up.
Yeah.
Chat, sorry.
Mr. Mackley has a question for you. Go ahead.
Hey,
Can you hear him?
I can. Hey, Jeff.
Okay, I have you on speaker.
Hey, Jeff, I got a question for you. Since you're a treasurer, can you tell me whatever happened to the $850,000 to $900,000 that the township got from the sale of Supervalue to Acme Markets?
Mr. Chairman, we did provide that information to Mr. Mackley in a right to know request.
I'm asking, I want to know, I want to hear it in public. I don't want to hear it in a right to know, and you should know that.
Well, that was all put in various places last year. I think from my recollection at this point, there was 500,000 put in capital reserve.
And what was that put in there for? I know the answer. I want to see if you do.
Yeah, well, I'll get back to you next meeting.
No, I want to know now, Jeff.
Okay. Well, I'll get back to you next meeting with that.
That's unacceptable. I ask you a very simple question. If I know it from a year and a half ago, you should certainly know it now.
All
It was
right.
put in for road repairs. RC, is that correct?
I believe that is correct. That was from
I
my
know it
records.
is.
There you go.
I have other questions on the budget. Is now the time to ask that, or should I wait until later?
Mr. Chairman, that's up to you.
You wanna, you wanna do it now?
The financial administrator is not here. We
Yeah.
do not have the budget before us, so.
Well, I understand that, Penny, but you've just been going over it for the last week and a half. You should have a lot of this stuff memorized. This shouldn't be a hard thing to answer. The one question I have is, can someone explain to me why the pool revenue goes into a pool checking account and the pool expenses come out of the general fund?
I had that same question last year and the previous year. Maybe you could explain why that was the case in previous years.
Not on the board. I'm asking board members.
We're working to change that around.
Yeah. Next year, that won't be that way.
Well, to me, it's commingling of money. I don't know how anybody could track anything. I mean, that's like having 4 different checking accounts in your house and you're just pulling money out of whoever has the most. It's not a true picture of what the pool is doing, good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which,
I
I did get a report from Judy, what the pool cost and what the income was. I could get that information for next meeting.
And I would be happy to report, Mr. Mackley, that our accounting system is going to be set up this upcoming year with more detail and better than it's ever been.
Okay, well, that's fine. So I'm going to have 2 answers for sure at the next meeting. Where the money went from the sale of that building, and actually 3 questions. That there was $500,000 put into road repairs for the next year and coming years, and also this one about the pool revenue. You already discussed that though. So let me just ask a couple more questions. I listened to the meeting on the 16th, I think it was, of November, and you had a list of 27 things that you talked about. You remember that, having to do with your budget? Anybody there remember that?
27 things.
Yes. The first item was a salt shed discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if I remember right, the discussion was that the money to build the salt shed might come out of liquid fuel funds. Does anybody remember that, or do I have to refer to the?
No. Yeah, we discussed that. Yeah.
Well, you can't do that. Liquid fuel funds is for road maintenance, unless it changed in the last 6 months.
Okay.
Liquid fuels can be used for a lot of different items, as long as it meets the criteria. And I don't have that criteria in front of me. It's several pages long.
Well, and Penny, I understand what you're saying, but you're a township manager. You should know that.
And I have that information at my fingertips. Not at this meeting, though, sir.
Okay, so but you do agree that liquid fuel fund is for road maintenance, basically?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, again, I don't think a salt shed is road maintenance, but we probably let the governor, someone figure that out. Skipping on, you went down number 2, 3, and 4. You said they were okay, and number 5. Judy made the comments, it was answered at the last meeting, but never states what number 5 was. What, as a citizen, what was number 5? What was the budget item on item number 5 that you were discussing, which you said it was answered at the last meeting and moved right on to number 6?
Doug, item number 5 was need to determine how the salaries of the financial administrator and the HR coordinator should be broken out between departments.
Thank you, RC.
Okay,
And it was decided at that time, Doug, that financial administrator would be charged to Department 402. The HR coordinator would then go to Department 405.
and 402 is,
Let me cross-reference my spreadsheets here. Just bear with me. I'm sorry.
that's all right.
I've got too many files open. .402 is financial administration. And 405 is,
The office.
yeah, let me double check that, Penny. Yeah, correct. For General 5, we have that coded, Doug, as General Government Office.
Okay, all righty, thanks, RC. Going down to questions 11, 12, and 13, again, comment was they were already answered. What were they? What line items? I mean, you know, as someone sitting here and this is a public meeting, when you don't tell people what you're even talking about, it's a little confusing. I'm just trying to get some clarity.
I'm sorry, Doug, ask that again. I have the file open here.
11, question number 11, or item number 11, whatever, and 12 and 13.
Sure. So 11 is a separate line, is a separate line still needed for this. This was the engineering timber harvest.
Okay,
So made the budget 0 for this line item was our notes. That's number 11. So that was an MS. So the category on that is an MS4 item.
okay.
Okay.
And then 12 was,
Number 12 was a police item. Let me switch back to the other spreadsheet. So 12 is the entire MMO for 2021 for Department 487. So that's the MMO contribution.
okay, now it says already answered. What was the amount of that? You know, have that.
Yeah, I got to switch back.
I'm sorry.
I do have that,
That's
RC, if you don't.
Yeah, yeah, I just found it, Penny. Go ahead.
I have 647,999.43.
That's what I have, correct.
$647,933.
No, Doug, I'm sorry. 647,000.
647,993.
999.
99, I'm sorry.
Yes. So 647,999.43.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's the MMO for 2021. And 13 was
13.
13 was, should any of the police pension be charged to the benefits insurance department? And no, we made that budget 0 for this line.
okay. And then 14 was that had to do with the SRO, correct?
That is correct.
All right. And 15 and 16 were given the same thing, already answered, but no explanation of what they were.
So 15 was the promotion of the SRO will increase expenses by $10,000, we'll need to contact the school in Denver Borough to increase those reimbursements.
Real
Number
quick,
6.
Penny, if I may.
Yep.
That was just an average officer, and it just happened to
That's
fall
correct.
in the SRO. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that the SRO is getting promoted, but he was at an average year that we used between Judy and I.
Right, and
Right.
that I think had to do, Chief, with the fact that he wasn't in school because school was being closed and opened and you pulled him back out, correct? I mean, that was kind of the,
No, I think this is more of, I talked to the board about possible promotions coming up because of the retirement, previous retirement of 2 corporals. And Judy and I just used Eric Fisher as an example of a salary because he's a senior patrolman. He's been there kind of the average year of between who can promote or who we can promote. So that's why we used him. That's the only reason.
all right, thank you.
So Mr. Mackley, 15 was addressed to Denver Borough, that question, and 15 was addressed to the Cocalico School District.
Okay, all right, got it. How about 19? Now, again, already answered. That's all that was said. It was already answered.
Okay, so 19 was the Public Works Department asked for a crew cab truck to replace the 2006 Chevy pickup. And the final determination was no new truck would be budgeted in 2021.
Okay,
Yeah, so Doug, for clarity there, Doug, we think we can get 1 more year out of that truck before we hit end of life on it.
okay,
Similar to what we did when you were on the board, when we looked at the police vehicles over the next couple of years. That's how we looked at that.
next 5 years, and then we asked the chief, and it was 3, 4, and 5, yes. The last 2 would be 23 and 24. I have answers to all the rest of the things that I had questions on, but I figured them out, but 23 and 24.
So question number 23 was, we need to address the issue of depleting the fund balance in the state liquid fuels fund. Will routine expenses be charged to the general fund going forward in order to preserve the available liquid fuel funds? And it was determined that yes, we will charge those expenses to the general fund until the state fund balance is built back up.
Okay,
What was it, 24 you said?
yes, ma'am, 24.
24 was the creation of a traffic impact fund separate from the capital reserve fund. Is an official action needed? And so this is just inner office accounting. So we are creating a new fund specifically for traffic impact.
Okay, so all that money that is sitting there will now be tracked more thoroughly.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. What other numbers?
No, that's it. The last one I had was 26 and 27, but I think I determined they were fees driven by the economy, and I don't know.
26 is about false alarm ordinance fees, and 27 was zoning fee changes and subdivisions, and we determined that there wouldn't be any of those.
Okay. All righty.
Okay,
That's all I have. Thank you.
you're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Okay, moving on, MS4.
Wait a minute, Alan, this is Joe. I have a question on the police MMO.
Yes.
Where are we on correcting the overpayment on the MMO by like 186,000 approximately?
We're working with an agreement with the police and so that we can correct that issue. So we have a proposal with the police and we're waiting for them to ratify that so we can ratify that so we can do the ordinance.
So we still like on board of getting this
Yes, before the end of the year.
before the end of the year?
Yes,
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
thank you. Do we have an MS4?
Good evening.
I can.
Hello. I've been working on the general permit for the stream bank restoration project by the township building and have been working on the ENS plan, which is something I haven't done before, so it's slightly complicated. I contacted Brent about it and he gave me some suggestions, but also suggested that if I were to do it rather than them as an engineering company, that the review would probably be less stringent. So there's some merit in that.
Okay, good. Well,
And
thank you.
That's the only major thing to report right at the moment.
Okay. Any questions of Ken? Okay, thank you, Ken. Be safe. Just moving on. Effort Rec Center Pool Management Agreement. I guess
Let's postpone that to the next meeting and give all you gentlemen time to review that. RC or Mr. Mitchell or Ms. Chairman Fry, if you have any questions on that, please get them to me so I can address them to Mr. Summers. Like I said, I did reach out to him in response to Mr. Buckles' question of last meeting, and I've yet to hear back on that as well. So
Thank you for the follow-up on that, Penny.
you're welcome, sir.
Okay. Okay, new business, strategic plan for the fire companies.
Okay, so we have been talking about that. You know, we attended quite a few seminars on that with PSTATs. So in moving this process forward, Mr. Chairman, I would just like permission to get in contact with Jerry Ozog, who was the presenter of those. He is the Executive Director of the Pennsylvania Fire and Emergency Services. Just to get in contact with him, possibly use him as a facilitator or a consultant to help us get this process going, to help us understand what our vision is and point out maybe the direction we need to go in, and just to touch bases with him and get his input to see where we need to go. And obviously I want permission to do that before I get started.
Okay, what's the wish of the board?
Yeah, Alan, let me follow up a little bit on that. You know, when our fire personnel were meeting through the summer, one of the, I guess, recommendations they had for our board was a vision of firefighting going forward. That was, I think, a unanimous decision of theirs that they were looking for us as a board to come up with that. From my perspective, I think we need a little bit of outside help with that, some guidance, some suggestions. And, you know, I was thoroughly impressed with this Jerry Ozog that put on the webinar that we watched. You know, and to pick his brain a little bit, I guess, would be the best way to put it, just to see what his thoughts are. He talked a lot of generalities in the webinar, and being able to put some specifics in it and from what we see in our community, I think would be helpful to us as a board going forward. So it's my thought to go ahead with the idea of just meeting with him and seeing what his thoughts are, and we can take it. You know, once we as a board formulate some ideas there, we can take it forward to the companies and continue the discussion.
Okay. RC, you here yet?
What's that?
Authorizing Penny to talk to Jerry Ozog, Executive Director of the Pennsylvania Fire and Emergency Services Institute, and get some feedback from him on how to handle things there.
Yeah, sure. I think that's a good idea. I think it's a good idea to get some outside counsel in terms of some of the goings on that we have and some of the unique situations we have at East Cocalico.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, I'll make the motion to authorize the township manager to establish communications with Jerry Ozog, Executive Director of the Pennsylvania Fire and Emergency Service Institute.
I'm sorry, Alan. I think I saw a hand go up somewhere.
Yep, Chad. I'm waiting for you to ask questions.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, any questions?
Yes.
Chad?
Just clarification, this would be for the township side of things, not the fire side of things at this point in time.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yep, I'm just getting clarification on that. That's all. Thank you.
Okay.
That's my thought, Chad, as described. You asked the board to come up with a vision,
Yep, and that's what I wanted clarification on.
as well as the other chiefs did, and residents, and that's where we think we've got to come together and have a mutual thought process here.
Absolutely. All right, thank you.
We will keep you and the others in the loop on all that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
Sorry about that, Alan. It's just every now and then you see something move and it's tough to see if it's a hand or not.
That's okay. Okay, thank you. Next thing, December 17th, BOS meeting. Do we want to Zoom it?
Yeah, I the way the COVID is in the area, and I think we're working the bugs out of this, and it makes sense to me. I don't want to change it.
We have 20 participants now.
Yeah.
And that would make our whole.
That would make a dangerous situation.
Yeah. With Chad opening up his fire hall for overflow, it makes it more palatable for me. So yeah, I think we should do it the 7th. What do you think, RC?
Well,
You have a hand there.
yeah, sorry.
RC, you want to give your comments first?
No, go ahead. I saw someone raised a hand.
I was over here at the fire hall. Go ahead and finish your comments. Doug has a question then.
Okay. No, again, like I said, two of my main concerns were, we work so hard on the transparency side. I wanted to make sure that we have those unique situations of geographic as well as socioeconomic challenges in East Cocalico. But if I'm looking at this for the first time, and I think Chad, is that the fire hall, or is that?
That is the social hall here at the fire hall, yes.
Okay. So, and it looks like you've got, I guess Doug's with you, and you've got.
I got Doug, Susie, and June sitting here with me.
Okay.
They're off to the side there.
Yeah, I guess if they're willing to help out in terms of acting as, like Alan said, overflow, it alleviates some of my concerns, which is making sure we at least get some of the feedback and always have the meetings open regardless of socioeconomic or demographic challenges that might be out there in the community, because we just have such a varied community.
Mr. Vice Chairman, just so you know, this room will hold 100 participants. I know all of you gentlemen are out there on a daily basis, so I encourage you to, if any of our residents have questions, to get them to me so I can get answers to them. So we'll certainly do that.
Chad, you're willing to do the 17th?
Yes, either way, if you want to host it here or if you want to continue on like this, either way will work for us.
I think I'd rather do it like this with you having that like there.
Yeah, I know Doug had something to comment on that, but yeah, we're open either way. Fire hall, do whatever you guys decide.
And that way we could advertise that people notify you, so you're available.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, that's actually, Alan, that's a good point. We need to make sure on the website, we just put a quick note out there that for anybody who doesn't have the computer hardware or they can contact, I guess, Smokestown Fire Company, because they're available. Stevens Fire Company, they're available.
Yes, and that's exactly the key words there, RC, for those that don't have it, because we definitely don't want to have 30 people sitting here just because.
No,
For the
we have 20 participants right now, so
Yeah.
that would
Right. Right.
put the ones that,
All right, I'm gonna let Doug comment here. Doug Mackley.
yep, Doug.
Hey, Alan, I guess I'm just a little taken aback. I'm probably the oldest one that's in this crew right here and older than any of you people over there. I should be in the vulnerable age, but you know, I'm being cautious, but I'm not gonna run scared from this thing. You talked earlier, Alan, with the president of the swim team at this meeting. And
Yes.
I kind of got the feeling about a comment that you made that the board already has a preconceived idea that they're not going to be meeting with the people in public anymore. You're going to be doing these Zoom meetings. Because you even said to the lady, you know, well, we'll hold the next one on a Zoom and blah, 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 which tells me that at least two of you have thought about this and decided that you're going to not do public meetings anymore, or at least you'll blame it on COVID. And I, as a citizen, I think it's the wrong way to go. I mean, I'm assuming, and I shouldn't be doing that, but I'm assuming you guys are all telling me to a person, you and RC and Jeff and Penny, that you don't go to the grocery store, that you don't go to church, you don't go to the gas station, you don't go to restaurants, you don't go to department stores, you don't go to the post office, you don't go to family outings because of COVID, and I find that hard to believe. I find it real hard to believe. You people are all out in the public just like everybody else, but this COVID thing is a nice cushion for you people not to have a public meeting. And that's my opinion. I don't have any proof of it, but it's pretty obvious to me when you've already, the meeting had just started and you made a comment about this upcoming meeting and in the future meetings, there'll be Zoom. How long are you guys gonna run scared? I'm sorry, but I'm just saying it like it is. I'm very upset that you people rely on that and you're hanging your hat on COVID. And I just think you need to rethink it because there are a lot of people, and I know your comments gonna be, well, nobody comes to the meeting anyhow. That doesn't matter. They don't come because you don't make it available. Now there's 4 of us over here, and I know there'll be more of us if you're gonna go through with your Zoom thing. There'll be more of us at the next one, but it's not the same. You don't have to face us on one-on-one. You're doing it through a camera and you're hiding behind everything. So, you know, I said what I'm going to say, but I think you guys need to rethink how you're taking this COVID thing. I really do. You know, if you guys would have made them wear masks down at the township a long time ago, that building wouldn't have gotten infected. I was in there many times to pick up my right to nose and nobody had a mask.
So they have masks on now.
Well, it's, yeah, now, sure. After the horse is out of the barn, then you lock the door. You guys had months to get this thing under control and you didn't do it. And now you're hanging your hat on the COVID, and that's why you don't want to have public meetings.
Let me address some of that if you're done.
I'm done, but go ahead.
There's 2 other fire companies in our township, as you know. The last I heard, they are closed to the public. I checked with other company to the east of us. They are changing the way they're doing things. I was told they recently had a fundraiser and no public was allowed in their building. I talked to them down at 5 Pointville. They are changing the way they're doing things, not allowing public in their building. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the school board has gone to Zoom meetings. You know, personally, my family stayed at home. None of our extended family came for Thanksgiving dinner. My wife and I have not eaten out in months. I have two personal friends that have both been on respirators, and I'm taking this thing very seriously. When we are looking at meetings with other people, we have a meeting set up with another fire company next week. We're doing it through Zoom. We're not going in their building. We'll do it just like this. So, you know, you can say what you want. There's all kinds of differences of opinion out there, as you know, and I know. I'm taking this a little more seriously maybe than some other people. As you've seen in the last several weeks, the state Secretary of Health has stepped up and changed their way of doing things. You know, they've limited crowd sizes in restaurants and the whole bit. You know, COVID spiking again in the county. So, you know, I think as public officials, it behooves us to try and take this seriously. And personally, I do. I don't want to wind up in the hospital and be one of that 1 or 2%.
All right, you're back on.
And I don't either, Jeff. And you are correct. Most of the fire companies are closing to the public, i.e. weddings where there's 100 people, dinners where there's 100 people, not a township meeting where you might get 4 or 5 or 15 people. You know, you got room to spread out here. I'm sorry, you really do. And again, you're right. We all have an opinion on it. As far as the people in Harrisburg, I have an opinion on them, and I won't even voice that over the airwaves.
Text message.
So anyhow, I just think it's not the same doing a Zoom meeting or sitting in a room with the 3 people that we elected to do the job. You know, and well, like I said, this conversation could go on, and you guys are going to have to make the decision, and you will. So I voiced my opinion, and we'll let it go at that. Thank you.
I'd like to speak on that for a moment too.
Yeah.
We are closed to the public. We do not do any rentals or anything to the outside public anymore. However, we do offer the building as we did for you guys for your meetings, and we did to the Water and Sewer Authority, who is currently using that. And that is about the extent of the people that come in here. And we do our own cleaning before and after.
So the sewer authority's there.
They had a meeting here Tuesday, and I believe they're coming next Thursday. And then based on whatever happens in the municipal building, I think they'll decide if they're going to go back there or if they're going to keep coming here until further notice. But at this point in time, they're using it. But that's, again, your decision to decide what you guys want to do. And we'll facilitate one way or the other.
Okay.
I also would like to say Smokestown is closed to the public, but you already had some meetings there while we were closed. And Jeff, can you please tell me who's the one told you that we are not allowing you guys in for a meeting, just so for my record?
What I had heard was that Barry said nobody from the public is coming into your building.
Meaning the use of birthday parties, you know, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
It is open for meetings because we have our own meetings there as well. It's optional if you want to wear masks to those things. So I'm just letting you know that if you guys also need a place, Smokestown will be available.
Not really.
Thank you for the clarification.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I could add a comment.
I have a question. Yep, go ahead, Ken.
I have the Lancaster County Coroner's website up. As of today, there have been 521 COVID deaths in Lancaster County. 7 of them have been in East Cocalico Township. There have been almost 18,000 confirmed cases in Lancaster County and nearly 400,000 statewide. There were almost, I don't remember the exact number, it was on WGAL, but there are almost 400 new cases in Lancaster County just today. We're at the exponential growth phase. Each day it's getting higher than the one before. And each day it's more dangerous than it was the day before. This is not getting better, and it's not going to be doing so anytime soon.
Exactly. Thank you, Ken.
I think, my opinion as of now, the 17th, we do Zoom and reevaluate for January at that time.
Quick question.
Yes.
Planning Commission, will you be canceling that for the month?
Actually, let us get with Mr. Lead, the engineer, to see what he has on the docket. If nothing else, that could be held via Zoom as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Any other public comment?
Coming back in for Doug again?
I have just one other comment, question it should be. And it goes back to a meeting which was held at the Smokestown Fire Company on August the 20th of this year. Checking your memories now. The board was asked by June regarding a Chris Flory issue. You paid a bill that night, and the question was, do you expect there will be any future expenses beside this? And if you go to the tapes and you look at the YouTube, it was stated on the second part by the board and Penny that, nope, we're done paying. There's no more money.
Excuse me, Mr. Mackley, can we finish the topic on hand first, Mr.
Yeah.
Chairman?
Oh, okay. So the meeting.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
yeah, you asked for.
Yeah, I just have a public comment, Jeff.
I'll turn you off.
Okay. We're not into public comment yet. We're still working on the December 17th Board of Supervisors meeting and where that and how that will be held. Mr. Chairman?
I thought that was decided, or wasn't it?
No, we never made a motion or voted on it.
We need a motion? Okay. I need a motion.
I'll make a motion that it continue to be a Zoom meeting in the December 17th supervisor meeting.
I'll second that motion. Any other comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Chad.
June had a question on that. I'll let her.
Can you please make
Can you
sure?
come and step up here so they can see you?
June Kinback, can you please make sure then that you have all pertinent information? Like, for example, this meeting, you didn't have the minutes on the available on the website. Can you please make sure that prior to the December 17th meeting, that you have copies of the budget and that you have all meetings available to the citizens?
The budget is on the website and minutes are posted after they are approved.
Well, how are we going to look at the minutes if they're not on the website? If you're doing a Zoom meeting, we've got to have this information online beforehand.
I think they can go up as proposed, couldn't they?
We could put draft. We could
the draft
circulate the word
minutes.
draft on them, a watermark.
Yeah, we can do that.
That should be a requirement.
Sure, I agree.
And the budget is already online. It has been.
Okay.
I
Good
agree.
point.
Annie, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Should we, do we put together a public meeting packet? We have our meeting packets, but do we put one together with 5 or 6 copies that can be placed over at the fire company?
I think we could do that.
I think,
Yeah, I like to
think
do
that
that.
would probably be helpful with some of our residents in terms of having that information readily available.
Yeah.
A comment from the fire company here. They said that would be a good thing for them over here if that could be done.
Yeah, we should be able to do that. We
Yeah,
could
Okay,
get the agenda.
Lisa's listening in and she'll make sure that happens.
Lisa, if you want, you can text me or something that day and send them over email and I'll just print them out prior to if you let me know they're available. And nobody has to run back and forth.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Lisa says, okay, Chad.
Yeah, I'll not have
What?
Alan, I just had a public comment yet. Brian Wise, I just
Yeah.
wanted to, thank the board for, taking that stance on Zooming again. I mean, I hear what Doug's saying and everything else, but, thank you again, Ken, for those numbers. But I mean, when we see these numbers going like they are, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. It's just taking that element out of it, that what if somebody did come in and was asymptomatic and didn't know it? I'm looking at these numbers, 20 participants on this tonight. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, we never get this kind of people at a meeting, and I think it's great. And hopefully these numbers can go down. And I just love to get together in a public meeting too. But I think everybody at home, they're comfortable and they can speak what they want to speak, or if they want to go over to chat or wherever, a couple of them get together. That's sure. Make sure you have copies of everything, and that'll be awesome too. So that's all I have. Thanks.
Thanks, Brian. Sorry I didn't call you.
That's all right.
Okay. Okay. There's a motion on the floor. All in favor, say aye.
Did we voted on that one, didn't we?
did vote.
Did we vote?
Yes.
We did
Oh,
vote.
Yeah, that was voted on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't thank you if you didn't.
I'm zoomed. Okay, public comment. Anything else? Public comment. Doug. Chad.
Yep, Doug Mackley. Go ahead, Ralph. Doug will jump in then. Let Ralph go.
Go ahead, Ralph.
Did we miss the manager's report?
I'll report at the next meeting.
Usually you say my daily report, yada, yada, yada.
Usually
You
I
don't have
do,
daily-
but tonight I'm saying I'll report at the next meeting.
Oh, okay. So go ahead, Chad.
All right, Doug Mackley.
Yes, what I started to talk about was at that meeting in Smokestown, the question was asked by June, are you going to spend any more money on this defense having to do with Chris Flory? And the comment was no. Through a right to know request, it was discovered that since you made that statement on the August the 20th and through October the 16th, the board spent $1,224. Why? When we're told you're not going to spend any more money, and then you spend another $1,225 on lawyer fees having to do with the Chris Flory settlement.
Mr. Chairman, if I may. I don't have the bills in front of me. I can't answer that, but knowing how the solicitors bill, a lot of that stuff is several months behind before they get their invoice to us. And that would be my guess of that is what happened.
Well, it was not behind, Penny. I have the right to know at home, and
Okay.
all the dates coincide. So
The service of their work.
yes.
Okay.
And again, I guess my question is that contract that he had drawn up for him that we gave him was, I don't know why the township would spend $2,500 fighting that when you weren't going to win. I find it hard to believe that 3 grown men and a lady would take on and just decide to spend taxpayer money on a thing you knew you weren't going to win. And I'd like an explanation on why you decided to do that.
Gentlemen, that was personnel matters. I'd like to remind you of that.
Now, that's a right to know request. That was made public. It was a public, everything was public, the lawsuit, everything else. I have a copy of that. You can say it's personal, but it's public record. Why did the township spend $2,500 of our hard-earned money to try and fight something you weren't even going to win? You're listening, Larry?
Again, I believe that's personal and legal matters that you're not able to discuss, gentlemen.
Penny, I think you're wrong. We'll let somebody else tell us that. I'll leave you with that thought. Thank you.
Any other public comment?
Yeah, I have one for Mr. Mitchell as our liaison. Are you planning to meet with Smokestown also at some point, or, because I didn't hear anything about that?
Yeah, Donnie, on election night, I was there, and Barry was there, and a couple other of your officers. I'm not sure where you were at that time, but I had an opportunity to talk to them. If you would like, we can set up a Zoom meeting next week with you and your personnel, whoever you'd like to put there. At this point, there isn't a whole lot more to update, but we'll do that if you would like.
Okay, well, I was just wondering, because I knew you already had a meeting with Reamstown and you had one set up with Stevens. I was just following up with that.
Yeah, there just isn't a whole lot there yet, but we will do it. And from my perspective, it shouldn't take too long, but we're there to answer whatever you would like to ask. So you can talk to Barry or whoever. If you'd like to contact Penny, we can set something up next week.
Absolutely.
Okay, let me reach out to them and see what they have to say.
Yep, not a problem, Donnie.
I will let you know. Okay.
Good enough.
Okay. Any other public comment?
One more.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
There was a bit of chatter during the budget meeting that's on tape about 1 hour in. Will you be making an apology for that exchange?
I did. I called and made an apology, personal apology to the swim team for that chatter.
This one was respect to June Kinbeck, where the chatter got kind of out of hand as to who was going to keep June Kinbeck in line during the budget meeting.
I don't remember that.
That's okay. You probably want to go back and review the tapes, because you, Ms. Pollock, and Mr. Mitchell were hee-hawing about that conversation.
Okay. I'll go look at it.
Thank you.
Listen to it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other public comment? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I will make that motion.
I'll
second.
I'll second that.
Any, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.